Plethora is a quick-turn machine shop, and we have a piece of software that lives inside of your CAD program that gives you instant feedback on your design, and it also gives you instant pricing. And once you submit your part through your CAD program, our automated factory goes to work producing that part and getting it back to you within a few days. Right now we work with Autodesk Inventor, which is a Windows-only application. But it's used by a lot of people, and I really think what they're doing with Autodesk Fusion and 360 is super interesting. And just like with Onshape, anything that kind of like gives more and more people, no matter what operating system or platform that they're on, the ability to design, we want to be there helping them every step of the way. We want to make it as easy as possible for people to make parts that fit what we're able to produce. So we have our entire factory basically boiled down into this CAD add-in that just integrates directly into your design program. So as you design your part, we give instant feedback. So if you have a tap or a hole that doesn't match something in our tool set, we're able to tell you, hey, we can't make this feature, and we give you instant feedback. So as soon as you make some geometric feature that doesn't work with our offering, then we'll tell you about it, and you can maybe change it or adapt your parts that it fits it. And this is just leagues ahead of the way you traditionally design parts. So instead of waiting days or at the fastest hours to get feedback on your design, we're right there as you work in your workflow, and providing you really good feedback instantly. Yeah, right now we specialize with CNC machine parts out of aluminum, and hopefully we'll have some announcements soon for some other materials. Right now we've optimized towards the biggest pain points in manufacturing parts. So for us, that's mainly the parts that prevent your manufactured part to get in your hands as quickly as possible. So normally you would send your design to a manufacturer. They would go over it. They would report back anything that they aren't able to produce, and you have that back and forth. So the CAD add-in takes care of that piece of it, and that provides instant feedback and then allows you to order the part. But once it's actually delivered, the CAD file to our back-end system, we're able to automatically generate the tool paths for that and all of the other things that allow it to be produced with our factory. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of activity in the space. You mentioned distributed manufacturing, and that piece of it is not where we are. We have all of our machines in-house, and we don't ask other folks with machines to, we don't give jobs to them at all. And that's because we really believe in owning the entire stack. We guarantee certain qualities, certain tolerances, and certain tool sets. And in order to be able to do that, we have to have control of the whole software and hardware stack. And I do think that it's part of a larger trend that it's manufacturing as a service. Basically, how do you get your part made quickly? And a lot of the times that does involve geographic locations, having parts or having the manufacturer close by. So I do see the allure of this distributed manufacturing. But we found in our research and in our past experience is that you can't guarantee the turnaround dates, and you can't guarantee the quality that you get when you have tight control over the hardware and software. We've worked with a whole bunch of different types of people. Everybody from engineers that just want to make something in their spare time to scientists and industrial designers. We've made pieces of equipment for parts for microscopes, for 3D printers, for coffee machines, for automated food processing machines. So there's definitely a diverse landscape of customers, and it's really exciting to see the changes in the industry. In software we saw this a while ago, where a group of 2 or 3 people can be in a dorm room or in a coffee shop and be able to deploy their website to millions of people across the world. Yet if you wanted to design a piece of hardware, all of a sudden you need millions of dollars in venture capital and a whole entire staff, some of them spending months in China in order to get a part made and a product out to the world. And I think we're part of that kind of new wave of offerings that allow just a small group of people to develop hardware very quickly and have this kind of manufacturing expertise and capacity that allows them to get their product out in time and to a lot of people. I grew up in central Pennsylvania, but then I moved out to Pittsburgh to go to school, and then I stayed there for 11 years, and it was great. I love Pittsburgh, and it was where I met Nick, and we were both part of the same startup incubator, where he had a company that dealt with 3D printing, and then I had another company, and we kind of met, and he showed me my first 3D printed objects back in 2008, and soon after that I bought one of the first MakerBots and started to get into 3D scanning and drones, and that's kind of, I've always enjoyed being at the intersection of hardware and software. I'll always have a love for Pittsburgh, and I hope to go back at least to visit all my friends there. But there's a whole new wave of manufacturing and robotics expertise that's has a definite stronghold inside of Pittsburgh, and I would say it's more for the business needs, more for the investment needs that we came out here. But I think Pittsburgh's always getting better. I have a bunch of good friends in the startup community in Pittsburgh, and I'm really anxious to see the growth there and see how that accelerates.